This market reviews of the Spitfire, the Mk.IXc, and we've got some beautiful box art here. And this is a 1/32 scale model by Revell. Those are the dimensions. More box art there. That's the same on that side, same on that side. This box is falling apart a little bit. Looks like a glue came undone. Here's a picture of the finished model. Very nice. More pictures here of the finished model. And then the colors needed. So let's have a look inside and see what we've got. So first of all, here is our glass. Let's open this up a little bit so we can see it. Several pieces here of our glass. There's that bubble canopy there, and our windshield. That's beautifully molded, nice and clear, no distortion. And there's the rear. Also have looks like probably part of our light there, or I know some of them had cameras. Here are some clear wing tips. It's a little interesting. And then not sure what these parts are for here. Okay, this is the main one we will be waiting for. This is a very large model. And we have, let's look at our wings. That's the classic Spitfire wing. Look at that mold quality. Wow, good job, Revell. Rivet lines recessed, panel lines recessed, and those beautiful Spitfire wings. We have to do a bit of a flashing there. Okay, and then over here we've got the inside of our fuselage with some detail here. Hopefully we can have more. And the outside looks beautiful. All those rivet lines. Insides of the wings here, the wheel wells, not really much detail there. There's our flaps. They're usually, that part would go down, and then ailerons are separate. But look at the quality in this. That's a beautiful mold. Same with the other wing. Okay, here's the other side, just the same. So look at these screws here. This little package here of screws. There's our propeller, and we've got some bombs and some bomb attachments there. That's going to go on the bomb as well. Looks like we've got two of those for the four propellers and two bombs. Here are our wheels, and these are perfectly round, no bulging tires, unfortunately, but nice wheels, nice molds. And there's that little foot part that you would pull down to get into the plane on the left hand side of the fuselage, little foot stand. And we've got some parts here for our radiators with some nice surface detail there. Now, seeing lots of repeated options here, so you're going to have to make some choices, it looks like. So first of all here we've got our there's two parts of our rudder, so that way you can position it. If you have that option, I think it makes sense to position it. There's our spinner, and that is beautifully molded. Look at that detail. Here's our radiator, the back part of the spinner, another bomb there, and then this is the underside of the engine with some very nice surface detail. There's our wheel well covers. So here are the different exhausts, and they are, I guess, in half, so you've got some different options here as to which ones you're going to. These are larger, and smaller. Part of our flaps, beautifully molded. Okay, here are the ailerons put together with these ones. There is the classic Spitfire instrument panel with those 6 dials pushed out front, and then the firewall structural parts there. Looks like there's another radiator. Here are the flaps, and it's looking a little bent. There's the oxygen canister, some details here. I know that belongs on the side wall of the cockpit, that as well, so they do have some nice detail there. And then over here, here's our elevator there that'll go into the I guess the side. Here are different wing tips, so you've got some options for wing tips, or you can do the glass ones and have the stubby. But there are the wing tips there. Some more formers there for the fuselage. There's the antenna, and then another option here for our tail, and then inside of our fuselage, the cockpit area. There's our control stick with that little offset button. So let's have a look inside here at our decals and instructions. So here we have our decals, and those are some very large roundels, beautifully printed. Okay, let's have a look at our instructions now. Some more details here, or some more pictures here of the finished model. Here are the colors needed. And on the side some more. And here are the parts listings. If you need spare parts, I often see quite people ask these questions online. That's who to contact. More parts listing here. This is all printed in color. So here we're going to have the dashboard, sorry, the instrument panel, and building the cockpit here. There's a lot of detail here with this cockpit. There's the seat going together, and then the seat support. Now we're putting together the sides of the cockpit. There's lots of detail there, so that's very nice. We've got that cockpit going together. There's our oxygen tank. That's all put inside the fuselage. More tanks there, and then is our tail wheel. Finally, we put together the fuselage. Here are the wings going together. Those are the little rings there for the wheel wells. Don't forget to drill out the holes there. Unfortunately, there's not a lot more. There's more detail that could be put into the wheel wells than just the simple rings. But putting the wings onto the fuselage. Now here's where you get some choices here. So this is going to be for the actually the choice on here. Yeah, this is the elevator. Here's where the choice is. So you can do the early or late. So you mount that, and then putting your ailerons on, and then your stabilizer goes on, as well as the early or late versions there. So that's the early version there. Here are the late versions, and then same thing for the other side. Okay, now we're putting together the engine cowl. There's a clear. We saw that earlier. I think that was used for a camera for reconnaissance. And then if you want to have your flaps down, that's how you do that, or flaps up. And here are the radiators. You can have them open or closed, and then back and front put together. Now if you're going to do the landing gear down, That's how you build the gear. Wheels go together, wheel well covers on, and then mount them. Here are the fishtail style or normal style. I personally prefer the normal style. Looks like a classic Spitfire, putting on the engine exhausts. Some additional body details, cannons going on there, and then the bomb attachments there. So putting together the bombs, and then there's the central big bomb in the middle. You can have the little door open or close. If you're going to have it down, there should be a decal. Yep, there's a decal there. And don't forget to paint that little bar red. Putting on the canopy and antenna, and then putting on the propeller. Here's the decal and paint guide. So this is with the Royal Canadian Air Force in England. And there's a lot of decals, as you can see here. And then this is another version here for the Royal Air Force RAF in Italy. And this has the stubby wings. So all in all, that's a very nicely molded model. We've got some good decals. We've got a great level of mold quality and lots of options.